Hello, and welcome to our live replay of the final Savage race of the year. This is our SavagePro coverage of our Florida race. I'm Miranda Huber, and with me I have Miles Keller.
What's up? How's it going?
Hey.
Excited to be here. We've been covering so many other races. We haven't got a chance to really watch Savage race very much this semester, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, semester sounds
Yeah,
like a college
semester.
student.
You can tell where my mind has been.
Yeah. Yep, excited to be here. We haven't done this in a long time, so it'll be really fun. Excited to give y'all some coverage. This is the only Savage Pro award-winning, prize money race this year. So it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, sorry, not only award-winning money race, but this is the big final race with the most money.
Yeah, and actually the thing I think is really cool about it, Miranda, is that they're paying out all the way to fifth. First place being $2,500, all the way down to $500 for fifth place. That's pretty cool. Very doable to get the fifth place. And hey, man, that's a plane ticket. That's the money you spent if you were to fly from another state over here. It's being held in Florida. This is kind of where Savage Race is based out of. This race is specifically in Dade City. So that's pretty cool. They're paying out deep. And this does we've seen some extremely good talent show up at these races. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out, see the men and women, and where most of the fight turns out to be, either on the men or the women's side. But you know how much I love Savage Race. You and me are huge fans of a mandatory completion race, and I can't wait to get into it further.
Yeah, for sure. So let's hit on that just a little bit. So you briefed over it real quick, the mandatory completion. So what that means, Savage Race is a 5 to 6 mile course. It is mandatory obstacle completion, but you have unlimited retries. There are only a handful of obstacles that are absolutely mandatory. So something like Colossus, where you have to slide down it. But again, as many retries as you need to complete it. If you are unable to complete an obstacle, again, try as many times as you want. You can stay there not as much time as you want. There is a course time limit. I think it's around 3 hours. 2 hours,
They've
sorry.
changed it recently. Yeah.
Yes, they've changed it a couple times, and I haven't raced the Savage Race this year, so a little out of the loop more than usual. But yeah, 2 hour time limit, and if you can't complete an obstacle, you give up your band or belt. It's a anklet that, like a second timing chip. And then you can still complete the race, and you just will not be eligible for prize and awards.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how you could fail Colossus. I'm pretty sure the only way you can fail Colossus is maybe you just don't make it up to the top, right?
Yeah, so Colossus has the steep rope climb on the other side of it, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people in the open waves that wouldn't be willing to do the slide or can't swim. So I feel like I see a lot of people actually in the open waves climb up it and then climb back down the ladder.
Yeah, but as long as you get to the top, you could literally climb up to the top, go unconscious, and finish the obstacle and still get through. And you just go down a slide right into the water, and as long as you, I guess, hopefully come to consciousness when you hit the water, so you don't drown, then we're fine. But
yeah, maybe not that safe to go into the water unconscious, but they've got lifeguards there to help you out if you don't feel comfortable. You can give them a heads up. So anyways, real great for open waivers too. Today we're watching the pros, so you're going to see a lot of these things. And at home, if you're not somebody that is super into this, maybe you're a friend of somebody that's super into it, and that's why you're sitting here watching it. But they do have open waves, so these pros are going to make it look easy, and you might think to yourself, wow, see, I could never do that. But the thing is, this is for everybody. They make it look easy, but again, if you fall in an obstacle, you can just keep going. The open waves, you can still finish. It's not about your time. It's not about doing every obstacle. It's really about getting out there and having fun.
Now, Miranda, if you we kind of have a special treat today. Usually it's us going over the course makeup and where the obstacles are, but anyone who's done a Savage Race probably met Lee. He works for Savage Race. He puts these he actually not only puts the obstacles together sometimes, he has designed these. He's been kind of the mastermind behind of new obstacles, changing the obstacles up, like we've seen in Gibbons taking Gibbons. I think I'm messing up that name.
Give and take.
Give and take. Thank you. But now we're going to have him take us through the course map and the layout and the obstacles. So we have it is a special treat.
Make a little noise if you're running your first ever pro today. Any new pros? I see your hands. Welcome. Welcome. Way to step up and go pro in your first Savage Pro.
Right outside, just the festival area.
To your race director,
it's kind of a wonderful community. It's one of the greatest things about the race. You can see everyone. You put your bags down there.
Good morning, Savages.
Everyone, a lot of people
This is
know
the
each other
moment
within our community.
that we personally on crew
a
have
good
all been
chance to
waiting
get
for
to catch
see
up
you
with
all
one
this
another,
fall
give each other
at
hugs,
the
high
masterpiece
fives.
that we have created for you. We worked really hard
There
on
we
it.
You can see
We put
Kevin
all the bells
Thompson, and is
whistles
that
in. I hope you guys
Joseph
really enjoy it.
I think that was Joe
Here's
Cotto.
what's going on with the details. This course is
neither of those two
6.6
gentlemen,
miles long. This is the
knew the
longest
Savage
course we've
race
had
by
for
any
the
stretch of
entire
the
year.
So it'll be
Yes,
great to
26
see.
obstacles. We're
It'll
starting
be
with
great to
Shriveled
see,
Richard. Put plenty of
both
extra
those
ice in there for you. It's
gentlemen
nice and
racing
chilly.
Matter of fact, we
Starting
have
with the
some
ice,
big names
the
showed
very
up for
last
the men
obstacle is
and
the
the women.
fire. So if
I
you're
know on the
cold,
men's
just go ahead and
side,
finish through the
we'll
course.
have,
You'll be
like
right
we
at the
see
fire before
Kevin
you know
Thompson
it.
and Joe Cotto. We also see
Okay,
Jordan
pros.
McDougal, Tyler
Here's the details
Veerman.
on the
We know
course.
those guys are new. There's
You
another
have 400
gentleman
feet of elevation
I haven't ever
change.
met
Most
before.
of
I
it
heard
is in the
named
first
Kian
mile.
O'Boyle,
After
maybe
that,
one
it's
to watch.
completely flat, very fast. We've made the course as wide as
Here we go.
possible.
Nope.
So, miles 1 and 2, most of these obstacles will be pretty quick, easy for you to complete. This is kind of how fast can you go through obstacles. Now, getting into mile 3, now we're getting into some of the more difficult obstacles. Rolling Thunder,
Shriveled Richard
in
at the
particular.
start.
Then you're getting into your carry loop. When you're on the carry loop, please take one bag only. There is one obstacle in the carry loop. It'll be 3 overs and 2 unders. We call it back scratcher. So when you get in the loop, do not be surprised if there's an obstacle there. You are doing it correctly. Once you head out of the loop, you'll be heading into one of our hardest obstacles, give and take. Be prepared for give and take. Save your grip strength up. You're going to need it. Also, Sawtooth is right after Colossus. Your hands will be wet. Do not underestimate Sawtooth in this condition. Okay, miles 5 and 6, you're going to head back into the infield for your finishing sequence. Now, this finishing sequence, each obstacle
Oh, we don't know what happened there with our
and they're
audio.
only about 200 yards in between each other. That's a whole different story. So I want you guys to be prepared for that. The heavy volume of obstacles as you're approaching the finish. So if you got any juice left, that might be the time for it. Other than that, be safe out there, have fun, don't help each other, and we'll see you there. Woo!
Look at that. He's giving you how to race strategy, when to drop the hammer. 5 and 6, mile 5, right about right. So let's go over some rules for you first-time Savage Pros. Reminder for you veteran Savage Pros. Let's discuss the 2 timing chip system here at Savage Race. You got 2 timing chips. You got your permanent Savage Blue timing chip. Then you got your Velcro timing chip. We're all about the obstacles here at Savage Race. We've got the world's best obstacles, right? So here's how it works. Come up to an obstacle. If you fail in the obstacle, no worries. You can reattempt it as many times as you need to get it right. We don't have substitutes, so you either do the obstacle or the obstacle does you, right? If for some reason, by chance, you happen to be that one that obstacle will not let pass and you can't get past it. You can't get from one side to the other without touching the ground, completing it successfully. You got to take that Velcro timing chip off, head over to the corner of the obstacle. You'll see a black flag and a black bucket. You got to drop that Velcro timing chip in that bucket and then just carry on. Resume your race, right? The goal is to finish 100% obstacle completed with both timing chips. If not, you will have surrendered one of that Velcro timing chip to one of the obstacles. That's how the 2 timing chip system works. Several of our obstacles have a bell. You got to get from one side to the other. You've got to ring the bell. Bell has to move. Bell has to ring before your feet touch. If not, then you got to do it again. Do it right. We're all about teamwork here at Savage Race, but not for you pros. Pros, you're on your own. No assistance is to be given or received for or from a Savage Pro. That includes outside assistance. You can't have someone handing you a water bottle or equipment, etc. 2-hour time limit. Pros, you got whatever time you go off. Here we're scheduled right in
Yeah, you
a
just
few
go
minutes
spotting.
to send the Savage Pro men right about 8 o'clock. 2 hours. Same thing for your pro women. You go off at 8:15. Must be in by 10:15. 2-hour time limit. Got to complete the obstacles organically as they were designed. Don't use the support structures, right? You know what I'm talking about. Can't use your feet on most of them, right? You know what I'm talking about. That is it for the rules for pros. Let's honor America. There's our flag right here. And we'll head over to the start line. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Goosebumps.
red
That's really good.
the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Yep, I love to hear
ball.
him sing too. Yep.
That's probably the best national anthem I've heard yet at a race.
And if you attend a Savage race, you'll see him. He's their announcer at every race. He runs through the rules, and he does an awesome job hyping up the festival area. Love to see it.
Okay, so get this. This is we haven't seen this in a little while, but they started doing this year. Before you even get to the start line, you go through Shriveled Richard. That's right, gentlemen. You see what that is? That is ice water with a board in the middle, so it's forced submersion. But I want to reiterate something to you. We haven't popped this graphic up on the screen yet. But before you even jump in this ice bath, it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's already willy-nilly chilly.
Whoa, 40 degrees in Florida?
Yeah. In
Okay,
Florida.
I was about to say, I wasn't tracking the temperature or the weather this weekend. I was going to say, but the good news is it's in Florida. Yeah, that is really not friendly.
No, I mean, let's be honest. You and me don't have a problem with this obstacle when it's on the course because you're running, you're sweating, you have body heat. It's a cool-off. You look forward to it. And then you get out and you...
I mean, at a hot race, I also did Savage Florida a couple years ago during one of the pro races, the Pro Series races, and it was like 1 or 2 miles in, and it was, I think it was 30 degrees at the start line. So it was still a huge contention. People were debating what to wear, if they needed leg mitts, if they wanted to wear some sort of, I know Rachel Waters wore a neoprene vest to keep in her body heat, just because when it's that cold, but you know you're getting wet, this isn't a running race. You have to decide what to wear based on what the race conditions are and what you know you're going to have to do. So typically if you're running a marathon or something, you can wear gloves, you can wear a hat, you can wear a race jacket and like shed the layers as you go on. But if you're going to be wet, you can't wear a jacket. It's just going to keep the cold in, right? So this is really just a brutal way to start, but it's also kind of that toughness, right? For the pro race, there's something to be said about it where you've got to go through and you've got to do hard things. That's really cool.
Yeah, I feel bad for the gentleman here with the shirt on. I don't have no idea where they're keeping the shirt on. Imagine how much colder that is with the wet ice water still on your shirt and your skin.
Yeah,
while you're
so
standing
I
still.
used to have the mentality of like, oh yeah, I want to like wear tights to keep my legs warm and wear a shirt to keep my upper body warm. But you're right, your skin can dry faster if you are able to. Your skin can dry faster than a shirt, so it's not going to hold the coldness in. And so I think that might. I think I might have mixed them up earlier. I think that might be Joe Cotto in the t-shirt, and I think that's Kian O'Boyle in the what is the X shorts, and then that's Justin with the tattoo across his chest.
Here we go.
Taking it out fast.
They always do it every Savage race. These are going to be some of the faster guys.
I think that's
show up.
Tyler Veerman with the white hat in the front with the VJ shoes.
It is indeed. Yeah, and they're getting out hot. Now, I think the gentleman with the underwear has the right idea. That's going to be after jumping through that ice bath.
I think those are chicken legs running shorts. They're not actually underwear. They just look like them. So Chicken Legs is a brand.
It's
and
OCR.
They've got fun.
If you want to show up and do this race in your underwear, we're totally okay with it. Let's be honest. We're not going to shame you for it. We're all here for it. Now, this is a flatter course. Florida tends to always be kind of flatter. And this looks more like a cross-country track. You can see just grassy. It's not undulating. It's not rocky terrain. This is probably on someone's farmland. And as you can see, there's no weed whacking there, rocks. This is very runnable. And it should be somewhat just flat as someone who's lived in Florida for a great deal of their life. Of course, before moving here to Texas, all the courses there are going to be flat. See Tyler Veerman taking it to the guys. Look at setting a commanding lead.
Yep, not too surprising.
Now, Tyler Veerman strikes me as an athlete. He's been racing for so long. He strikes me as the kind of athlete that might want to try and blow up the pack to weed out the other guys trying to chase him down. Because he's also younger and he can lower that heart rate a lot more than I think a lot of these other unexperienced new guys that may have shown up. Saw a bunch of new faces I don't recognize.
All right, so
Wow.
That's Jordan McDougal in the blue shorts.
He is giving a good chase. And look how I can't think of a race I've seen recently where guys took the crawl that fast. Then again, the last few races we've covered kind of been Spartan race, and they've been very rocky terrain up on ski mountains, and so you can't just roll through that fast. But that was very doable.
Yeah, he took it a little more aggressive than Tyler did and closed that gap. We saw little gap forming there, and that's what's really fun about obstacle racing is that you can see extreme differences in the form and the speed through obstacles, and so it might look like somebody's running a lot faster. Wow, he hurdled that.
That's awesome.
Jordan hurdled that thing.
was great.
I don't think I've ever seen that in one of these Savage Pro races. That was really cool to see.
Huge props to our rabbit here. Our rabbit is moving really good. Do we have a name of this rabbit? Our producer Jason. He'll chime in. We'll get an idea of who this rabbit is. But huge props to the rabbits for coming and helping us bring you this coverage. We couldn't do this without them. So thank you for giving back to the OCR community so we can bring you this great coverage from great races and continue to help grow this sport. And once again, to all the people, hey, watching at home. Oh, you know who showed up? Who that rabbit was? Our producer's just letting us know. It's Johnny Mares. He's one of our favorite Texans as well. He comes from South Texas, and we see him at all the races.
Yep.
I'm really surprised to not see him racing. He might be trying to save himself for a High Rocks or a Decafit or whatnot. He's always been very active.
Yeah, for sure. Love to see him out there, and he's usually in the pro race as well. I think he's got a race the day after this one, so he opted to help do some race coverage. And Rabbit, yeah, we really appreciate anybody that's able to do that.
This pack is a good pack of guys. Usually they've kind of thinned out by now, but a lot of these guys are completely together. In the first mile, you're going to kind of start seeing people. I saw Doug Snyder earlier as well. He's an OCR OG.
Yep, he's one of those top Masters athletes to look out for.
Absolutely.
Chainsaw Rick, I just saw go through.
I'm so glad to see Chainsaw Rick. You know, he had a really bad injury earlier in the year. I'm so glad to see him. I believe he lives in the Florida area, and it's so good to see him getting recovered and feeling better enough that he can even show up and race, man. So, continued recovery for Chainsaw Rick, and good to see you out the race, man. Now it's going to kind of be over-under throughs. Kind of a basic obstacle. You'll see it a lot of other obstacle course racing.
Here we've got Kevin Thompson on the screen. I love that he wears these shorts a lot at a lot of the races. They're a little bit of a different color. Still a dark color, which is nice, so they don't show as much like sweat as a bright colored short, but also to give you that differential from, you know, a lot of the times it's shirtless guys wearing black shorts, and then it's hard to tell them apart.
You know, he still looks like every other OCR athlete out there. I see. The only way I tell him different is from the tattoos.
Yep, that's a good way too. All right, we still have Tyler Veerman and Jordan McDougal, and these guys are really obstacle proficient. So I would be surprised if we see them fail anything, but you never know in obstacle racing. That's, again, part of the fun, is anything can change at any moment. I believe that's Kian O'Boyle. And I saw him for the first time, I think, last year, that at least I was tracking him at Midwest OCR. I think he was on the podium, and I think he's done a couple other of those mandatory obstacle completions now, so he's starting to build his name up. He's a ninja. So yeah, cool to see him at a Savage race now, because I hadn't seen him do a big major race yet.
Miranda, those chains are very heavy, by the way. Don't think, I mean, they look light in this. They look like regular chains, but those are naval chains. They're a lot heavier than it looks. This is not easy, and I kind of like, unlike other race brands, they don't make you have to control it the way down. These gentlemen are allowing you to lift it all the way up to the top where it needs to be, and then they can just drop it and go.
Yeah. Something else I really like with this obstacle is that because you're picking up the chain off the ground, look at the guy on the left compared to the guy kind of on the right side of the screen now. You can see it. That's obviously it gets heavier as you pick it up, right? Because the first couple pulls, it's still half on the ground. Yeah. So that's a really fun thing. It kind of like eases you into it and warms you up.
I'm really interested to see where the bigger fight is today, whether it's going to be on the men's side or the women's side. I have a feeling the women's side is going to be spicy. A lot of great female OCR athletes showed up for this race.
All right, somebody's running 8:32 minutes per mile, and that's just the rabbit. And also, they're not following the first place right now. So, yeah, another shout out to our rabbits. They're really important to us. We can't do it without them. And if I had to guess, those front runners are probably running like, I don't know, 6 minutes per mile. Just honestly, a thrown out guess, they could be running faster. Sometimes they might average 6 or 7 with obstacles thrown in, which kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, I would expect Tyler Veerman and Jordan McDougal to be doing, you know, somewhere 6 and below, actually.
If
it was
maybe
Sean
like
Roberts.
5:30. Yeah,
I was really hoping to see Sean Roberts at this race. It's up to him. Like, he's not going to go below 5:30.
There we've got Joe, and we saw a little bit of Kevin and Kian
Grayson
running
West.
with each other.
We see him just running by. It is a good reminder, too, for anyone watching this on the live stream. Make sure to like and subscribe to the OCR Report. And make sure you leave a comment. This really helps the channel get out to more people in the algorithm. And just kind of help keep proliferating obstacle course racing in this competitive side. And don't feel intimidated if you haven't seen if you feel like this is too much for you. This is the pro wave. As a reminder, there is tons of people of all kinds of different backgrounds that show up and get to do the open wave, where it is the same exact course except for it's not mandatory completion. You can attempt it. If you can't make it, it's okay. You just go past it. But of course, here in the pro wave, you know, there's standards and there's rules, and it's mandatory completion. There we go. You see the pack is starting to spread out a little bit. You can still see very, very flat, very runnable, kind of cross. All of this seems to be pretty much a cross-country track. Don't let that fool you, though. If you have the choice of shoes, at these races, don't show up with cross-country shoes or regular running shoes. Show up with trail shoes, because when you're going through the mud, you're going to want to make sure you get that traction still. Here we got the pro females showing up. I think some of the names we're going to watch out for today is going to be Savage Race OG Rachel Waters, of course Jessica Shepard, and Jamie Horianopoulos. She's had amazing years and won the series. The past few years, I think Jamie Horianopoulos won the series. Courtney Washington showed up, and Ally Tippets won in Dallas. I had no idea Ally Tippets was as fast as she was, because I was talking with Vivian Tran about it, and Vivian Tran said, yeah, I think she has a cross-country background or something, but she gave Vivian a run for her money, so she's fast.
She was one of the Spartan Race pro athletes that was podiuming a lot, and I feel like she's been kind of on the down low this season, or it's so hard. There's not as many races. And to be honest, I guess I'm not following as closely as I used to, unfortunately, so maybe I'm just speaking something that's not true, to be honest, but I do remember her name from back in the day, and so excited to see her out there.
Life has gotten in the way. Oh, check this out, Kris Rugloski. We got a younger, she's helping encourage a newer female OCR athlete, showing her how to do it. Awesome to see Kris Rugloski. Congratulations on her recent engagement, Austin Azar. That was beautiful. Love to see another OCR power couple.
For sure, yep.
And that's typical of Kris Rugloski to be. She's always big in helping train and teach the newer generation. She loves helping young people. Here we go. I like her strategy.
No, you got to get in and out as fast as you can.
Yeah. That's making it way worse.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling. This may be her first time getting in there.
We've got Charity Bourne, another Texas athlete. We'd love to see her. She's actually, I don't know why I said actually, but she's really fast, great athlete. Wouldn't be surprised to see her up at the top.
The Bourne family, some of my favorite people. They got a whole family of OCR
Here we've
athletes.
got, Ally Tippets in black.
Oh,
just
there we
went
go.
through.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
That'll be the one to look out for.
Course director Lee.
Another notables, I didn't notice, but Jessica Wong is here today.
100% obstacle completion.
He said Jessica Shepard.
Now, here the guys, it's so much easier as the dude because you can just take your shirt off. But these other ladies can't do it. A lot of them have the longer leggings on. Oh, I know they're cold.
Lots of money on the line.
I know they're cold. But then, look, Jamie Horianopoulos, Kris Rugloski, some of these big names, man, they've done a race like this before. You start off in the cold water. They're not new to this. They're true to this. And it's not going to hold them back at all. They're just going to get out that much hotter. And you know what, Miranda? I love to see how many women are there. I don't know if you've seen a couple of the last few streams of some of the national series and the Spartan race ones, but a lot of the women's pro wave, there's only been like 5 or 8 women. We have many more women here, and I love to see the starting crowd getting filled out and rising the competition level. I want to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm getting excited. We're going to see where the bigger fight is now against on the men's side or the women's side.
All right, so let's run through a little bit again because we've got all the women on the line. So Jamie on the right in the red sports bra, followed by next to her Kris Rugloski, and then Ally Tippets in the black top and pants. Behind them in the pink shorts is Courtney Washington, and then Charity Bourne in the black tank top with black shorts. Jessica Wong is out there in a colorful outfit. Sorry, just trying to call them out, give everybody to follow.
Identifiers. Yeah.
Yep. Kris is taking it out in the front, which is something a long time ago she didn't used to do.
Yeah.
But now, she's comfortable in that position now for a couple years, so
I haven't
not
seen
surprising.
her do that in a long time. I'm actually surprised. That means she's very fit and she's feeling good.
Yeah, for sure. A couple years ago, she used to take it out a little too easy, and then I think she learned her body and that she could maintain a higher pace for, from the front. So
when I'm thinking about a Kris Rugloski in Savage Race, I'm used to watching her battle it out with Alexandra Walker, who would normally, we've seen just always out in the front, leads the pack for the women. And she doesn't have Alex here to chase down. I don't think Jamie Horianopoulos has been racing as much this year. I could be wrong about that.
We haven't seen her at as many races. So last year, I think she had like a 8 or 9 Savage race first place win streak. So that was really awesome to see. Woo. It seems like I think she had a little bit more something going on personal this year, and so we haven't seen her at as many races. And I can probably empathize with that a little bit. You get a little more into motherhood as well. Your kids growing up, you want to spend time with the family, so it could just be a shift in priorities as well. But yeah, haven't seen her as much. But yeah, cool to see her out here today. Not surprised. This is in her backyard. She lives in Florida, so always expect to see her out here at this Dade City race. This course is at Dade City. I think they have a spring and a fall race. So they also were here earlier this year, and this venue is really nice, really pretty. You can see this grass here that they're running on. It's really so flat and just perfect running. It's very soft. There's Courtney Washington.
Rachel Waters is a little bit in front of her.
Yep.
There's a new young lady. Look, the one that Kris Rugloski was showing how to do the ice bath. She's moving good.
Yeah.
Looks like we have Kris Rugloski still in first place. Made quick work of that crawl. I really like the crawls for Savage Race. Generally, they don't use the barbed wire, so you can really full send it. They use the barbed wire. I think it just inherently you kind of don't want to have a huge gash on your back, so you're going to be a little more conserved. But you can really just kind of full send it, and then a lot of times the rope that they use as a wire is high enough to where you can bear crawl it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love this vista. This view is fantastic. Look at the morning hue as the sun is just rising, coming up over these beautiful farmlands. I can't think of a better way to spend your Saturday morning.
Yep, I'm sure they're all grateful to be warming up after that ice bath to start. So we got Kris, followed by Ally Tippets, and then we've got Jamie.
You'll see Courtney Washington in the pink shorts.
Charity Bourne.
Coming through here soon. I tell you what, Kris Rugloski is really taking it to the field. These women, they look taxed already. She is really pushing the pace. They don't want to lose. They won't lose sight of her, and they all look like they are pushing very hard.
There's Jess Shepard running through in the black. Here's Rachel Waters.
The cool thing about this race is Rachel Waters has done this race so many times that she knows even when you got the faster women in front of you, it doesn't mean anything because you know you have the harder obstacles to come, and you can catch them at the harder obstacles because she's got the obstacle proficiency down. And that's where she's going to make it. I think that's one of the things you're really good at, Miranda. You do fantastic at Savage Race, and you have that obstacle proficiency. And even though there might be faster running women than you, you catch them at the hard obstacles and make your move.
Typically, my strategy is maintain a reasonable pace until we get to the rig, and then you turn it on. So save a little bit in the tank for that. And like you said, because that's usually where I can catch hopefully a couple people. And then after that, it's run away and don't give them an opportunity to catch you. So,
be a cut-through pass.
But you got somebody like Kris Rugloski in front of you, and Ally Tippets. Obviously, she won in Dallas, so those people are going to be also obstacle proficient. So,
keep in mind there was a qualifying for coming into this. This is their championship of the year. The qualifying factor was that you just had to compete in one of the other Savage races throughout the year.
Yeah.
That was the only qualifying thing. So not a huge barrier. Honestly, very easy to do. And then, of course, we've seen Ally Tippets here who won in Dallas. She's qualified, and she is it almost. Her running looks like a slowdown just a hair.
If you're not going to have a full series, I think I really like that designation or that rule there to have just one race be the qualifying. It gives you a lot of races to choose from and kind of enables you, but then it also makes this race more special and gives you a reason to give a higher payout. So that's really fun. I think that's a really cool concept just to have one race be a qualifier.
I hope we get an interview with Kris Rugloski because the way I've known her for a long time now and the way she chooses races is not money driven. It's not it's almost like the spiritual
It's
thing for her.
heart-driven. Yes.
Yeah, and she puts it in this like spiritual terms. It's actually kind of magical the way she does this. But if she shows up at the race and she starts out in the lead like this, that means she feels really good. She's in the zone, and I can't see anyone catching her or passing her at this moment. And she doesn't usually fail obstacles, so I can't see her falling back at this point. Just knowing the woman she is.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot of times. You say you can't imagine it, but I do remember a couple years ago in the final Savage Pro Series race, I think she did. I don't think she finished in first place. I think she might have had to retry Sawtooth two or three times.
Really?
But yeah, that's like a once in the last 4 years she had to retry an obstacle 2 times. So so.
Well, we just said she
that's
recently
pretty-
got engaged. Maybe she's trying to save up for that wedding.
Yeah.
She wants that $2,500. The weddings are expensive, and she wants the trimming. So she's gonna go out and go earn that money.
Yeah, she still has a full-time job, so all of this is fun money.
Yeah, I was gonna mention. I bet that's why I don't think I've seen any Austin Azar anywhere here, whom she's engaged to. But he's a full-time engineer as well, so maybe he had to go to work and could show up for this race. But I'm sure he would have liked to have been there. I don't remember seeing any of the Canadians coming down for Savage Race that I can think of.
It's a little far to travel all the way from Canada. Jamie's looking solid.
Have you thought about going down doing the Canadian National Series for Spartan? Miranda, you can podium on their national series. Actually, you get like top 5 or top 8 just showing up. Because one of the things we were mentioning is that not as many women showed up at the Canadian National Series this year.
Yeah, it takes time, takes money. Got to be in certain shape. So, no, I mean, I hadn't really considered it because I can do well at a Savage race, but probably wouldn't earn a profit. So it's a little challenging to make a big trip like that without the family.
See Jamie Horianopoulos there. Once again, I could always tell her by the... today you can tell her by the red top, but I can always usually tell her by the tattoos. Loving the purple dye up at the top of the hair. She's moving at a really good pace. Look at, she's flying.
Yeah, I wondered if that was part of her Halloween costume. Seeing as this is the morning after Halloween, this race was. Shout out to the Mudgear Hannibal Race Pro team. She's on that team as a sponsored athlete. So she's representing that team with the tank top there.
Yeah, this is a good race for them to get their points. If you're on that, not just the Hannibal Pro team, but the USA OCR team, this is a good chance to get. You need so many points to qualify for doing the championship overseas.
Yep.
And this is a really good race to go get those points at.
For sure, Savage Race always has great competition. Yeah, it's a great one.
Look, she's even leaving our rabbit there. You can hear our rabbit breathing so hard he's losing his breath, and she's just pulling away. Here we go onto Irish table. They're calling Viking tables. Looks like we got our man Tyler Veerman there making quick work of it. I think this one might be very hard for some of the shorter women. That's pretty high up.
It can be. I mean, I'm not super tall. I'm 5'4", so I can get over it. Not too much trouble, but I can imagine if you are below 5 foot, then this becomes. It turns it from a little bit of a difficult obstacle to a really difficult obstacle. Okay, so here is Jordan McDougal, and he is 20 seconds behind Tyler Veerman. So not too much, but we are seeing a gap opening up there.
Yeah, they call it Viking tables, but I think you'll find at most OCR races they call it Irish tables. And it kind of has a flat top up at the top there. It's more difficult than it looks.
Obstacle 5, barn doors for the women. Still keeping eyes on Jamie.
Yep, now I believe Kris Rugloski's still in the lead here at this point. We just don't have eyes on her. She is, okay, yeah, that's, we've got confirmation, that's correct. And she's just pulling away. There you go, look at our rabbit. Rabbit's going over his own obstacles. Got the little fence there. Props to him. There's our other rabbit. We got rabbit on rabbit action here.
You don't have to be an obstacle course racer to be a rabbit, but it doesn't hurt.
That's right.
All right, so here we've got Kevin Thompson.
It looks
I
like
believe.
Kevin Thompson.
See him a little bit. Actually, I think that's Kian, and now we're
Could
at
be
a
Kian
minute
O'Boyle.
40 behind Tyler.
Yeah, there's quite the gap opening up now.
Kian, and this is Joe Cotto coming in a minute 48 behind the leader.
Good job, man.
So yeah, now we've got our top 4 or 5 spread out over about 2 minutes.
Tyler
So-
Veerman has been his progression is a great, like you see it on a bar graph. It's curved. I'm not gonna say exponential, but he has progressed over time at a very good rate. And now year after year he shows up at races. He's a threat, and he usually does very well. Here's Colossus we were talking about earlier. See, there's the tough part. Now you could technically go up to the top here, pass out, and go down the slide. Still complete the obstacles.
Stop advising that
I
as a
know.
strategy.
You're trying to, conserve calories.
Now, coming out of the water can be difficult. It looks like they don't have a net there, so sometimes I really struggle. I lose my footing and my
Yeah.
feet are slipping.
Pretty slippery.
I feel like honestly, it just depends like where you hit it. And Air Force Ken isn't here today, but he, I feel like, has this really efficient strategy where he goes down the slide feet first, but then as he hits the water, it's almost like he walks on water at the very end and flips over into a dive and then swims out of it in like 3 strokes. I don't know how he does it. It's crazy. It's insane. He definitely has by far the fastest strategy getting
Okay,
out.
I need to see that. That
You do.
sounds
Yeah, go back to
wild.
one of these old races and watch it. He just is so quick and efficient out of it.
Ken, please send me a clip. You're watching this.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure he is because I know he'd love to be there.
Yeah.
Almost looks like that's Tyler Veerman. Kind of looks like Doug Snyder from far away.
It kind of does, yeah. All right, so you can see he's taking this lock-off grip and he's going sideways because they just came out of Colossus. And so your hands and your whole body are definitely wet. And so it's much harder when it's wet. Normally you're going to see pro athletes kind of skipping bars, taking more aggressive strategies, skipping through the middle, but he definitely played it safe. Yeah, we have a little bit of a faster strategy here from
He's skipping
Jordan.
bars, yeah.
He doesn't seem as nervous as Tyler did.
Well, he's a taller guy, right? Look at him. He has that wide arm span that he's able to skip grips like that. He's still matching grips.
Yeah, he was definitely faster through that than Tyler was, so he closed some of that gap. Nice to see all these athletes here on the same obstacle. We've got Kris, Ally, and Jamie. Wow, look at that. And just like that, the gap is pretty much closed. Ooh,
Wow.
I was nervous for her. Are you nervous? She's
Yeah,
going to slip back and
yeah,
fall into
I
the
was
water
too.
at the
That was
exit.
close. Wheel World. We didn't get to see that on the men's side. Wheel World is a difficult obstacle. It is no slouch at all.
Sometimes those wheels can want to turn the opposite direction to which way you're trying to go. So there is a bit of a strategy there to make sure you're keeping your momentum moving forward and really swinging that wheel through the direction you want to go.
Yeah, if you don't make the reach from one wheel to the next, you have the possibility of going backwards.
Yep.
And then you're really screwed.
And
as
in
soon
this
as you're
pro
at a
field,
standstill.
it's really heartbreaking to see something like that. Wow. Kian, the ninja, going through most aggressive strategy so far.
Wow, nice.
Wow, skipping 2 rungs. All right, he's a minute and 12 behind Jordan.
Very confident in his grip.
Yep.
To have the guts to go for that technique after coming through Colossus.
For sure.
And the time these guys haven't skipped a beat, they get immediately back into the run. And not only to get immediately back in the run, really impressed with the pace they're able to immediately get right back into.
Yeah, that was something that I've had to put a lot of work into. So a lot of hit, high intensity, training to prepare for that, because people, a lot of times we get some college runners will come into the sport and they think, all right, I can run 5-minute miles. I'm going to do great. These people are running much slower than that. And they come in and they're out the front, and then as soon as they hit the first 1 or 2 obstacles, they don't realize the kind of toll that takes on your body, and if your body is not used to it, it's really going to take a beating, and it's going to be rough. You're not going to be able to run that same pace as what you're used to. So really something that requires a lot of practice, that running with
compromise.
Yes, thank you.
Compromise
Yes,
running.
compromise running.
Yeah, that's huge. That's one of the number one things you can do to train for these races. If you want to be competitive. If you don't care about being competitive, compromise running is not as important, but then you want to work on your grip.
Yep.
As you can see, a lot of these are grip-intensive obstacles.
Depends on your goal and strategy, you know? Are you trying to get out there? You could walk the whole course, but if your goal is just to complete all the obstacles, hey, that is a strategy. That's something you could aim for.
Yeah, that's a legit goal, too. It's not easy. These are not... The mandatory completion in obstacle course races, as you and me have mentioned before, are generally not the easy obstacles. They generally tend to be more difficult. Kind of thing we mentioned in a previous race is we've seen kind of a dawning of a new age of local races like Midwest OCR, some of these other ones that have very challenging.
Yeah, Frontline, Barbarian Challenge, things like that look really fun. Yeah, more local, Mythic race, Hildervat, Conquer the Gauntlet. Yeah, I feel like those are really starting to shine as people realize that there are more brands out there than just the 1 or 2 top level name brands. But even with all those popping up, I love those, but Savage Race still just something about Savage, they really outshine. They are my favorite for sure. They have quality built obstacles. Yep, they've got Lee, the race director, every year coming up with new races that are really really creative and fun. Yeah, they really do it right. They've got the awesome festival area, really every part of the race. They've got awesome customer service. They've got an awesome kids race, which now that's one of my favorite things to do as a mom. But yeah, they really just all around do it awesome.
They're very well put together too. You see a lot of these aluminum built metallic structures.
Yep.
They're very expensive and not easy to transport and do all that, but they never go back on their quality.
Yep, they last longer than a wooden obstacle.
And they've done a really good job. What do you see we got here?
We got something new. Ooh.
Okay, well,
it took
that's
Kris
against the rules.
A second. No, she didn't help her. They were just chatting.
Oh, were they? Okay, it looked
yeah,
like
it kind of looked
okay,
like she's
like
still.
that.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I think it was just the view of the camera. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just like that, Ally closes any gap that there had built there.
Man, Ally wants it.
Most of it.
Kris is moving fast.
I think Kris had to retry.
Oh, I see. She must have. I think we're getting word from our producer that the guy wanted to help her, but she denied it. She was following the rules there.
What's funny is that guy started in the pro wave. He should know these are pro women. No assistance allowed. But here we have give and take. Tyler going through that.
Tyler's going to make this look easy. It is more difficult than you think it is. Oh, he almost missed that. That is... Okay, he did.
All right, come on, Tyler. You got it.
Oh, he's going to try and swing for it. Okay. Yeah, it's not very long, so he can lâcher it. He's going to lâcher it. And looks like he's going to try and hit it with his feet. Oh, no,
yeah.
Boom, got it. Nice.
He tried, and then he was like, okay, if I can almost hit it with my feet, I can definitely hit it with my hand.
Yeah, I don't care how many times you've done Gibbons. It's could always be your day.
Yeah.
To be hanging there by one arm. That's
You're
where you better have good grip.
You're almost kind of lucky because you've got a ring on one hand, so that's not slipping as much as the Gibbon is. But you can see the Gibbon is harder, so he opted to just kind of skip it, take a few extra swings.
Oh, look at that!
But look, we've got Jordan
McDougal made one jump,
wow.
kicked the bell.
I want a slow-mo on that.
Yeah, we need a slow-mo on
so
this.
There is the rule, you have to take both implements with you, so he actually tucked the Gibbon into his shorts, and then he leaped to the third or fourth implement, which was the anchor with the ring, and then jumped to the bell. So definitely faster than Tyler. Yeah. He's closing the gap. He was at 1:40 at the last obstacle, a couple obstacles ago, and now I'm tracking it at more like a 30-second gap on the way out of that obstacle. So
Here's our ruck bag carry. Tell you what, it's not easy taking those sandbags through the obstacles.
It's not. I love that about Savage Race. Love-hate feeling, I guess, because when you're doing it, you're like, oh, really? Come on, this is harder.
Yeah.
But it's another way to add more challenge to it, so I think that's fun. Now we're receiving Kevin Thompson. I keep
Ally
confusing
Tippets is
those
right
two.
on
That's
Kris.
Kian, I think, coming through give and take.
So we got two different screens up. Sometimes it's hard to tell like that.
Nice,
I think you're
calm,
right, though.
patient.
Yeah, nice. Good
going
control.
through that. Yep. He's got the grip strength that he stayed calm and.
Wow, we see Ally Tippets catching Kris. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Anything can happen.
Eh. Jamie is pushing all out. You can see the look on her face. She is hard focused on them. She does not want them to get away too far.
Ally took an extra second there to make sure she held that on the top, and look, it paid off because she didn't have to bend down and pick up her bag off the ground.
They know they're in first and second place, and there's nothing like being pushed at being in first and second place, and you got a sandbag on you.
Yep. I'm really
There's
happy
no
to see
walking.
them so close so they can push each other, because then you really know that you're pushing to your limits if you've got somebody putting the heat on.
Yeah, there's no walking at this point. And I wonder if Ally Tippets is almost trying to stay directly behind her to help wear her down. Like, hey, I'm in your butt, move faster, and get her to kind of blow up. That may not be her strategy, but I'm wondering.
Yeah, you never know. Is that her plan? Take it out later, or is she struggling? I shouldn't say struggling. That makes it sound rude. But is she challenging herself to stick with her, or is she, like you said, just kind of with that strategy of just stay on her heels and you'll make your move?
Yeah, that's a decently long sandbag carry. I feel like the sandbag carries of Savage Race don't tend to be very long. They're not that tedious.
I mean,
But
it
that was-
depends, right? I think at one
Yeah.
of the Pro Series races last year, the year before, they had like the 1 mile start with the logs. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. Was that Ohio? I think it was Ohio.
But yeah, you're right. I think this year and primarily they're not too long. So
Is it official? Should we just go ahead and say that I feel like the closer battles on the women's side?
it looks like it, but I feel like Jordan's taken away at Tyler, so we
Yeah.
could see something change there. Ooh,
Oh,
see
one
Joe
gentleman
Cotto
trying to
falling
use
off there.
Trying to kick the bell. Yep, I've been there, man. I know how that feels. Kris is really starting to pick up the pace again and try and bring that gap back open, but Ally Tippets just not letting her get away. There we go. Joe
Right,
getting the bell
making
there
it
on the
through.
right.
Yep. Good to see.
Here we go. We're back seeing Tyler Veerman still in first place. Flying. Our rabbits are having a hard
I
time
know.
keeping up. He's moving so good. And
He
hasn't
looks fast.
Yeah, he hasn't broken that pace this whole time. Through all these obstacles, that's the same exact pace. I could be wrong because we're just watching it via video, but looks like he hasn't broken a pace yet. We'll have to go look at his Strava.
Yeah. One of my favorite commentators was Bracken, and so I think a lot about what he says when you watch people running and how sometimes you can comment about like, oh, they look comfortable and they look calm and controlled, when really you don't know. Different people have different form, so it's hard to gauge. But he has a beautiful stride.
Second place was right there.
I feel like he opened it up, that guy.
Yeah.
The rabbit told him second place right there, and now look, he looks like he turned it on.
So it looks like I looked up Tyler Veerman's Strava. And it looks like he was managing a 6:44 a mile pace. Now keep in mind,
with obstacles.
that's
Oh my gosh.
with obstacles and on grass.
Yep.
This is not on concrete. This is not road running. That's incredibly impressive. He is flat out hauling. Rocking the VJ Maxes there. Once again, I'm not sure we mentioned this, but Savage Race is usually a 6-mile race. They're decently into it at this point.
This Kiss My Walls obstacle, I think, might be a permanent obstacle at the Florida venue, which is why they have those wooden beams instead of the like in the Texas race they have the rock climbing holds. So it looked like it was a little tricky, and we've got about a minute gap in between Tyler and second place Jordan. And here we've got Kris passing some men from the pro field. She's also looking good. I like to watch her stride too. Sometimes you daydream about, if only I could run like them.
For sure.
Takes a lot of hard work, effort, training, coaches. Yeah, time for sure.
That's the key, is the time and being consistent. And all of life's troubles,
Nice.
whatever you have going on with family and life and work. It's hard, but we stick with it, and we do the best we can to be as consistent as we can. Yeah. Looking at some of his paces on Strava, he was in 6:04, very low 6-minute miles. He's flat out moving. It wasn't until about the 4th mile he dropped down to 8-minute mile, and that's probably with that heavy carry.
Here we see Kevin Thompson going through, trying to remember what that one's called.
I don't think that's Kevin Thompson. Kevin Thompson has the tights. Those are the regular running shorts. Yeah, it's still Tyler Veerman.
No, on the small screen on the right
I'm
was
sorry.
Kevin.
Oh, yeah. That's
And then
definitely
we
Kevin.
also saw, just before that, going through Kiss My Walls, we saw Kian, and he was 2 minutes back from the leader. And we've got Jordan about 1 minute back. Going through the rig. This is where we usually, main place we can see some things shake up, but he's through. So if they can get through that without any trouble, then they're probably looking pretty good.
Oh, man, he's hauling
Wow,
butt.
look
Yeah.
at Kian.
Yeah.
He's
moving
trying
really
to chase
good.
him down.
There we go. Kris,
Yep.
no stranger to this obstacle. Ally Tippets, got mostly a ninja background, no big deal for her.
Second to last obstacle, Tyler coming through, so
Yeah, I think he has this in the books. Awesome job by Tyler Veerman today. Congratulations to him. I think he has this locked up. I can't see him failing anything by now.
nope, just a fire jump. Here we go.
Wow, what a killer time. That's 6 miles. I think like 6.3 miles. Look at that. In under 43 minutes.
Cartwheel to
Crazy
celebrate.
fast. Crazy fast.
And your SavagePro final race of the year. Savage Race Pro winner, Tyler Veerman.
100% completion.
First place.
Good job. Your trade, and I'll take your shiny chip. Oh, you just stay still. Yeah, two.
Thank you for the volunteers there at Savage Race for doing what you guys do. OCR doesn't happen without you. Really appreciate everyone who shows up on race day and volunteers to help.
Yep, for sure. Got Joe Cotto
Keep it,
coming
man.
through Kiss My Walls.
You're doing great.
Those are pretty. Oh,
Ooh.
I jinxed it. I was just about to say those are pretty doable. Look how dry that looks. It doesn't look wet or slippery or muddy. I think later on through the day, as more people come through, these obstacles get muddy and exponentially more difficult once they're wet.
Yeah.
And muddy.
Can depend, I think, on a couple things like the shoes you're wearing. I sometimes wonder if your foot size or your foot width size can make a difference. Women has smaller shoes, so we can get a little bit more of our shoe on there. and the center of gravity is closer to the wall than it would be if you had a bigger foot. So
there you go. Jordan McDougal coming in second place, pro male.
they both had some obstacles. Did I say obstacle? Awesome obstacles. Great obstacle proficiency out there. Really cool to see.
Wow, look how fast Kian's going. Kian, where was that earlier, man? He
left too much in the tank.
Yeah, he did. He could have got out like that at the beginning and possibly won the whole race. He is flying.
Yeah, he's looking awesome. Third place in our Savage Pro final race of the series. Kian O'Boyle. Great work.
What's your name, big dog? What's your name?
Kian O'Boyle.
Keenan? Kian.
Yeah, young man. See, I think that's how I'm not very familiar with him.
Man. Where you from?
But it's really cool to see some of these newer, younger guys coming up becoming dominant threats. Kevin Thompson, pretty young. He's been doing it for a little bit now. But guys like him and Kian O'Boyle and several others, we're seeing coming along. To watch the competition coming in the upcoming years is going to be great.
Who's the bigger guy?
Here we go. We got the women on the left-hand side coming up over a Colossus. Yeah, Ally Tippets and Kris Rugloski still right next to each other, pushing each other. What a battle.
After 4 miles,
There we go. Kris getting right back into the run. You want to run. As soon as you come out of Colossus, you want to run so you can help dry off there as you've been cooled off by the water. Yep. So we still have Kris Rugloski. As you see our rabbit kind of giving us the hand gestures that Kris is in first and Ally Tippets is in second.
Yep, I think he was also pointing out Jamie in third, just behind. So I'll try to get a stopwatch on them if we can see all three of them go through. I think that might have been Kris communicating with the athletes there, taking her time coming into Sawtooth. Her and Ally were close together, so surprised to see she's...
have never seen...
Oh,
wow.
there they are.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a chicken wing in it?
And look at Kris is talking to her. So...
Good job, Kevin.
It must be very slippery by now,
people on the
although
rig?
many of these dudes are...
Yeah.
Did you pass people on the rig?
I want to see if the gentleman in the tank top here is going to make it down. It looks like he's struggling. He's going a little slow. You can't take that long on that obstacle. You'll fall off. But I really want to see him get through it. Ah, dang it.
Because he was ahead of you after the slide. And then Sawtooth.
Okay.
Yeah, just to remind everybody, you got wet hands from Colossus coming into this, which is why they took a little more time to get into it and get through it. Kris is through.
Keep in mind, for anyone just watching, not used to these mandatory completion races, the Savage race, that means as soon as you fall down in that water or your feet touch the water, you got to redo it.
Yep. And now you're wet all over again. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie closed the gap here. Wow, I didn't see her with them right there.
Wow, yeah, Jamie's killing it, man.
So Kris and Ally took a little time to hop on there. I didn't notice her get on the obstacle, so she must not have taken any time. And just like that, she was able to close the gap.
Do you know Jamie's running background? I don't know what her background is. It's one of the few people I haven't got to meet personally.
I don't know too much about her background, but I feel like it was the last couple years. I think she was working with Run Fluent, and I think that she really built up her running, I think, like in adulthood. I'm not sure if she really has like a background like a college runner or something like that.
Impressive. That's very impressive.
It's not the last hard obstacle.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm not sure either.
Looks like on the right-hand side of the screen, we have another man coming through. Oh, no, switch. Left-hand side of the screen, got another man coming through the finish line. That's got to be...
Joe Cotto, 5th place.
Have made some money.
What we missed there is Kevin Thompson came in before him. You'll see him there in the
All
background.
5 of y'all are in the money.
So Kevin Thompson got 4th, and then Joe Cotto in 5th.
Yep, so our top 5 men are going to be
How do you feel?
compensated.
I feel pretty good.
When was your last race?
I put in a lot of flatland running, which I think helped a lot. Just kind of getting my body accustomed to faster, longer running, and I have an ultra coming up, so I wanted to get in shape for this. But this was really good prep. This is my second Savage. Really liked it. I actually felt like Sawtooth was like, it's a pretty straightforward obstacle, but it's pretty challenging. I haven't been training grip a lot, and I did feel it on some obstacles. Like, I had to be really careful. So, I knew I had some guys close to my heels at some point, but I just took my time, just kind of breathed through it, and, it was a good race. I feel like Savage is definitely up there in my top, definitely top 3 favorite.
How'd you feel about the rig? You had a little bit of not the rig, give and take.
Oh my gosh.
Was that just a lack of haven't done it in a while?
Yeah, lack of experience, and just, it's so hard to get myself psyched up for it. I kind of get nervous because 2023 in Mammoth, I messed up on that obstacle so bad, and I think I still have PTSD from it. So
going extra cautious.
Yeah, extra cautious, and even still, sometimes that doesn't even help. It's just you just practice. It's on that one specifically, just lots of practice, and but yeah, I just at some point I'm like, I can't go any, I don't want to go any further. I felt like my bicep were getting pretty sore and the grip and everything, and so I just started swinging. That was the last resort.
That's usually the best way. Once you're stuck, just go for the belt.
Yeah, I that's what I thought I had to do. So
congrats, man! You got first place.
Yeah.
Did you already run another Savage this year?
Yeah, I did Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah,
just making sure.
First one. This one was very wide and open, fast. I really liked it a lot.
A lot of running.
You can see the competition everywhere, which I like that. You can kind of gauge where you're at.
All right.
Congrats, bro. All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congrats, man. Get him, buddy. See who got second. What's your name, brother?
Jordan.
Jordan, right? McDougal. Congrats. You got second place. How do you feel?
Sir. Feel solid. It was a little tight out there, and it was just fast.
Yeah.
So I just had a hard time keeping up with Tyler out there.
I was about to say, how many times have you raced him? Have you beat him before?
No, this is actually only the second time we've raced.
Okay. All in Savage race?
No, well, this is the first time we've raced here, Savage race. Yep.
And what other race did you race this year for Savage?
I did Maryland twice and Ohio and Pennsylvania.
So you've done 4 Savage.
Yep,
This is your 5th one?
Yeah, this is my 5th one.
All right. Have you won any of those?
Yeah, I won 3.
You won 3?
Well, I won 2 of those.
Okay.
Yeah, won 2
Who got you in the other one?
Noah got me in
Noah.
one. And then the other one I went off course. So.
Okay. Well, congrats. You got second place
would have
today.
liked to see Noah.
In the money. Big money.
Thank you.
All right. Who got third? Let's see. Kian. Kian, tell me about yourself. What's your name again?
My name is Kian O'Boyle.
How many Savages have you done this year?
This is my second Savage.
Savage, which one of the ones did you do?
I did Charlotte.
Charlotte, how'd you do?
I got 4th.
All right, congrats. You got 3rd here today?
Yeah.
This is a bigger
That's
payout?
exciting.
All right, yeah. So this is your first podium?
Yeah.
And you've only 2nd Savage. What other races do you do?
So I do the obstacle course.
The World Championship, okay.
FISO.
Yeah.
I go every other
So you did you go overseas?
I went to Sweden and Costa Rica last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got age group world champion Costa Rica last year, and then I raced elite this year in the 3K. I got 7th.
That's awesome. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21? Good deal.
Yeah.
So did you go to college?
Right now I'm at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
Okay. But you're from Colorado Springs?
I'm from Colorado.
I love it.
Okay.
Good deal, man.
I'm training with the Pentathlon residential training program. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Is it exciting?
Super fun. Yeah. I'm all day just doing sports.
Yeah.
And then I get to come out.
Look at the ladies. So Jamie
Kind of living the dream there, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. How do you feel about this Savage race compared to the last one?
This one was so flat and smooth. My running felt so good. And now I have some familiarity with some of the obstacles, so everything felt so much easier.
That's good. Did you have trouble with anything? Did it hook up?
On the sawtooth, I was trying to take big swings, and it was wet, so I was starting to slip. I was getting a little worried. My grip was opening, and I was like, uh-oh, I better be a little more controlled, so I just feel the rest locked off.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I got you on that one. You came off the slide, and I got you on camera on that one. Hopefully they'll put it in the feed.
Yeah.
But congrats, man. 3rd place. This is a bigger payout than a regular Savage race, so I'm not sure what the payout is. So. Yeah, good deal, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
See you on the podium.
So Jamie almost made the pass there for the first
Kevin,
time all race.
you got 4th, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
All right. I felt like I couldn't push today, so I was like just running out there.
You've been on podium most races this year.
Yeah.
You just missed it.
Just missed it today.
Yeah.
Kian was too fast.
Yeah, these guys are moving today.
Yeah, they're good.
Did your running feel good?
No.
No?
Yeah, every time I hit like a 620 base, I was like, I'm gonna throw up, and I just throw it back, and then I just like keep ramping it up, and then just pull it back every time. But
It happens, man. Yeah, it's a long year.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of races this year.
Yeah.
You got more to finish off the year?
I might be at Spartan, South Carolina. I think it's in 2 weeks.
You'll be back here in Florida in March? All right, man. Good deal. Congrats.
Thanks.
You still got paid.
Yes.
All right, 5th place.
Thank you, brother.
Joseph, right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man? You got 5th?
Fifth place.
Congrats, man. How do you feel about that?
I take it. The guys were good today. I got silly on a sawtooth foul, give and take 3 times. SavagePro was easy, so.
So your running kept you in there, huh?
Huh?
Your running kept you
I
in.
suppose it felt like a cross-country race.
Yeah, that's good.
Finish it up. It was nice. Yeah.
Good deal, man. Congrats. What other
my
race?
family, my wife, Emily, if this is going up. In Harper, my town.
All right, man. What other Savage races have you done this year?
Maryland, DQ, Pennsylvania. That's what got me in here. Maryland again. Failed.
Yeah.
So, 5th place.
Did you win any races? What was your podium streak?
Pennsylvania, 3rd.
3rd?
Yeah.
Well, 5th place.
Good race.
It's just as much
Good
as in
season.
5th place today as in 3rd and over there.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Good job.
Excited to see Jamie having her read my app.
Yeah, we don't see that very often at all.
And Ally's taking her time.
Wait, are we sure she's retrying it? Because I'm pretty sure they were neck and neck.
Yeah, she definitely fell off, but like fell off at the start pretty much.
Okay.
So she didn't waste a lot of time. Ally taking a conservative approach.
They can wing in the ring.
There are a lot of grip obstacles at Savage, so she could just be grip getting tired. And it looks like Jamie now is about 1:10 back from Kris.
She's got to go put those up fast to get back in the race. Jamie's already taken off.
She's about 10 seconds back from Jamie now, about 1:20.
I mean, that took a significant amount of time to put the dowel and the ring back. You have to bring the dowel and the ring back to the receptacle.
Yeah,
And
she didn't look like she was in as much of a rush versus Jamie looked like she was like,
Yeah.
dang, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So
she's battling side by side with her. Nothing will put that light of fire under your rear to get you going. Then.
well, it also made me wonder if Ally already burned some matches and now she's kind of could be running out of steam a little early. Or Jamie just took a more conservative approach earlier. You really don't know, but really cool. I'm really excited to see this battle and see how it shakes out. Because we've still got the rig. I mean, they still have a lot of obstacles left.
I mean, did Kris put on the burners? They started catching her, and they're right up there with her. And now we don't see them two together.
Yeah, they took a lot of time getting into that obstacle.
It almost looks like her running stride with her arm swing has become wider.
Maybe
like a
something
longer
she's working
strides.
on.
Yeah, it might be something she's working on. Her running form looks a little different here. Maybe it's something she converts to when she starts feeling taxed or compromised. But not that I have any rational reason to believe she's taxed or compromised at this point. She's been doing fantastic. And one of the cool things actually about Kris Rugloski is a lot of times if you get a good look at her, she's smiling.
Always.
Yeah.
When is she not smiling?
I don't know how she does that. I don't think I've ever been able to do that at a race at any point.
You know, she's living the dream, her dream.
Okay, here we got 4th place. So this should be, I think that's Courtney Washington,
This
right?
is Jessica Shepard.
Is Jessica Shepard? Okay, I'm sorry.
Coming into Wrecking Wall, she's about 4 or 5 minutes behind the leader, Kris.
They have?
Really great to see Jessica up there. She's had some bouts of injuries the last couple years. I know she had broken bone in her foot, and then I think she also had something else going on in her foot or ankle, or ankle injuries have been kind of a recurring theme. So I can empathize with that quite a bit. So and her and I know have battled it out quite a few times. So really glad to see her running form up here and see her in the top 5.
Can I pat us on the back here, Miranda, for a moment about the obstacle course racing athletes? We get injured just like all other athletes, but I feel like when athletes in other sports get injured, they're out of the game for much longer. And just like you see Chainsaw Rick in there, I don't know how many OCR athletes I've seen like get cancer, beat it, and then get right back in the running, or broken bones and get right back into it. Like we apparently heal very fast and are not down for very long. We're just a very resilient group of athletes.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the kind of like the full body workout that it takes, right? You need upper body, lower body, endurance. So that's really healthy for an athlete to be well-rounded in strength. So, runners get a lot of running injuries, and it's hard to come back if you don't have those other areas. So, recently, a couple weeks ago, I actually fully tore my PCL in my knee. I haven't really advertised that very much yet, so that's why I didn't race Savage Race Dallas like I do every year. Not at this race this year. And so something the physical therapist and the doctor were really surprised about or impressed about is, in a full PCL tear, you usually see pretty gnarly instability. And so they were pretty impressed with like, oh, you have pretty good like quad strength and glute strength and quad strength kind of making up for those stabilizer muscles. So I was able to just kind of recovery is going a little faster than maybe an average person.
Well, we wish you a speedy recovery. You know how much we love you, and can't wait to see you back out there and better than ever. I think not even just the racing, and just to be able to have the functional fitness that you need for daily life, picking up your daughter and going these soccer games and all kinds of great stuff.
Sure. That's been a little bit of a challenge coaching soccer practice without being able to. Pretty easy for me to tweak my knee out there, just making a pass to one of my daughter's athletes on our team, and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that.
There's Doug. A little Doug Snyder sighting.
For a second, I thought, cameraman should hear us and pan over, but this was recorded yesterday, so I don't think they're going to hear us.
There in the background, you can see this one. There are obstacles where there's a cinder block tied to that rope, and you got to pull the cinder block all the way to you, and then pick it up and bring it back to where it started.
Ally in 3.
Not too difficult. A little tedious there, enough to tax you a little bit, making it harder to get back into the running. We see a little more of a gap there with Jamie and Ally Tippets. I think Ally Tippets is slowing down a little bit. Either that or it took her longer to do the that cement. I'm forgetting the name of that obstacle, the cement plate, cement cinder block pull.
I keep forgetting it too.
We'll get a reminder here from our shame on both of us.
Block party.
Block party. That's the name of it. Okay. Thank you to our producer.
It's always on the tip of your tongue.
Feel free to give me crap about that down in the comments. Please make sure you're commenting. Tell us what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Give us a constructive criticism. We love to see that.
Who are these commentators that don't even know the name of the obstacles?
Go. This is a good time to remind everyone we have a Patreon for the OCR Report if you'd like to donate and help keep us going and keep bringing these races. We got to travel to these races. We got to bring equipment. We need newer and better equipment, more of it to bring you different angles and spread out throughout these sometimes what's long courses. So make sure you're reaching out and helping support the OCR Report. And
for one of the podcasts I listen to, they like to say for the price of one coffee per month, you can be a supporter. And it prevents, they don't have any ads. A lot of this is the OCR Report is putting this on. The races aren't providing any or much paying to the OCR Report. So that's how they fund these race coverages, is from you, the viewers, and you, the subscribers. So please reach out, become a Patreon supporter.
There we go. Jamie and Ally with the battle. I definitely think the better battle today has been on the women's side. Ally Tippets, I mean, they were both really pushing Kris, and then Kris, I guess, put on the burners out of nowhere. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but she had another gear. She hit it, and now this battle between Jamie and Ally Tippets.
Yeah, it seemed like the men were all pretty spread out at the finish line, maybe like a minute between them each, so we didn't expect to see too much change, but curious to see how the rake plays out, because that is always a shakeup on the women's side.
Yeah, it's just a shakeup generally.
Yep, that's true.
They always, Savage Race is always famous for having maybe several different rigs. Yep. They change it up every race, if not every year. They add new implements. They keep redoing it, and I believe Lee is the diabolical wizard behind all of that. And he keeps it challenging all the time. There you go, Kris Rugloski.
No problems for Kris, though. Not surprising. She looked good, calm, swung through.
We got a Johnny Mattis.
And I know Johnny is
yep.
Extra fan. They both used to live and work out of the same gym in Texas. And then
Great Fitness, give him a shout out, West Columbia, Texas.
Yep, Kris moved to Colorado to get more mountain running and training. And so they don't have that close friendship anymore. I shouldn't say that close friendship. You know what I mean. They don't live and train at the same gym day in and day out anymore, but I'm sure he's super stoked to be rabbiting for her alongside her, cheering her on.
Well, now I'm wondering, me and our producer, Jason Dupree, were talking about the competition on the women's level on the Canadian National Series for Spartan Race. Austin Azar is Canadian. I don't know if he moves here, she moves there when they get married. Maybe she's going to go dominate that series and do some of the races in Canada. I don't know what they're planning on doing that. I'd love to find out. I'm just being nosy.
Yeah.
I'm nosy Miles today.
Oh,
man.
And just like that, Ally has a chance to come back. She's on the obstacle. Jamie's having a restart. Now Jamie's feeling the pressure as the person that's behind.
Wow. Here we're seeing the pass. One little mistake. That's how deep this...
Oh my gosh. They're nearly side by side.
Look at Ally, very confident in her strength. Just one arm swinging, all of that.
I wonder if she turned on the jets. Now you got to be careful. There's still a little bit of race left. Who's going to turn it on?
Jamie Horinopoulos, she is not letting her get away that easy. She's going to work for it. She's going to go push her.
You saw her come out of the obstacle. She was ready to push that volunteer. She said, get out of my way. She didn't need to, and she wouldn't actually do that. Jamie is the sweetest person. But yeah, she definitely made a run out of it and knew that she had to.
Oh, this is exciting. This closing race to the win. This is exciting. Here we go. Now this is basically just a you're gonna traverse across.
Oh, she's closing the gap. Well, I don't know actually, but here they are on the same obstacle again.
I feel bad for the people that go later on in that. Feet is allowed on this rope, but imagine how much muddier they get throughout the later end of the day. It'd actually probably become quite the difficult obstacle.
Yeah,
very easy when it's dry.
Yep.
There we go. Yep. Well, we called it. There's Kris Rugloski, your first place pro female for the Savage Race Championship in Dade City, Florida this year, 2025. Can't wait to see what she does going forward. And then you got Ally Tippets and Jamie Horinopoulos trying to take that second and third.
Battle.
Fighting for it. Yep, it is a battle. Does Jamie have it in the tank to catch her at the end? Tell you what. Her running looks pretty compromised for the first time there. I'm not sure she has it in her to close that gap. I don't think there's any more difficult obstacles between here and the finish, right? I think it's those barn doors. And I don't know if we did not get footage of it, but maybe they didn't. They already went through the rig. I would assume they already went through the rig.
We just watched them go through the rig, yep.
Yeah, that was them going. Okay, I didn't know there's another rig. Okay.
One rig.
There's just the one rig. Okay. Some races, they have multiple rigs.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Barn door is not too difficult. Just simple wall.
Yeah.
Actually,
simple obstacle, but if you're only 10 seconds behind, sometimes, all it takes is one easy obstacle and you can do it 10 seconds faster. That can make a difference, but it looks like there's still the same amount of gap. Is it just the fire jump? Oh, there we go.
There we go. No, that's it.
Second place. SavagePro Championships. Ally Tippets. Close behind. Hot on her heels. Third place. Savage Race Pro Championships. Jamie Horinopoulos.
I don't know if I've ever seen Jamie come across the finish line that tired. They pushed her to another level today.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Kris lost her braid, her hair tie at the end of her braid.
He charged after the rig.
Jess Shepard running at the 8-foot wall, and we see another woman.
There's the younger lady that Kris Rugloski was coaching earlier before the start line. look at how much more of a difficult that obstacle is for that young lady.
You talked about those Irish tables, which are a little tall, can be a little difficult, but you can swing a leg around it. Sometimes the 8-foot wall gives me trouble, and I'm 5'4", and that looks like a young woman that, you know,
yeah, even considerably shorter.
She seems like she's under 5 foot. I think Jess Shepard might be a little taller than me, but not much.
Just a little extra nice.
Yeah, so that can be a challenging obstacle if you don't have the height.
That young lady will find a way. She'll come back for revenge. She looks younger. She's the next generation.
Definitely.
She'll come back and show up all of us old timers. Here we come up to Kiss My Walls. Love the nomenclature on these the naming conventions for these obstacles. Tough Mudder and Savage Race, I think, have two of my favorite naming for obstacles.
Yeah, for sure.
Jess Shepard taking a more conservative approach there, playing it safe.
Now we see Rachel Waters. She must have had a oh, you know what? I saw her holding something at the start of the race. I thought it was like a water bottle or something. I think it must have been this long sleeve shirt, and maybe she was waiting to dry off a little bit, maybe squeeze some water and put that on to help warm up, keep her body heat in. Because earlier she definitely was wearing a sports bra. And there is a rule: you have to carry everything on course through every obstacle with you. So, for example, if you want to take off your shoes for Kiss My Walls, we've seen it done before. If it's muddy enough, you just have to carry that through the obstacle with you. So yeah, if she had a shirt, she had to start with it on her person somewhere. And now we're seeing a battle for 4th or 5th place, Jess Shepard and Rachel Waters.
Yeah, this is a great battle too. Rachel Waters is great. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe she got on the podium for the series, for the Savage Race series last year, a year before that.
Yep, she's been top 5 in the Pro Series the last couple years in a row. So she's no stranger to it for sure.
Good job, Courtney. Get that money.
Jess Shepard, I tell you what,
four, right?
Man, she's really.
Yeah. So here's Courtney Washington.
Go back if I'm 5th.
Now I don't.
Sounds like she's in 4th place coming into the rig, and I don't think Rachel and Jess are too far behind her. So all it takes is, if she falls off, that could close that gap for 4th, 5th, and 6th place.
How experienced is Courtney Washington at Savage Race? I want to say most of her experiences in Spartan Race.
She's done quite a few, maybe in the past, but she's done a lot of mandatory completion races this year. She's also on the Mudgear Hannibal Brace Pro Team, so you know that she's got good obstacle proficiency.
Almost done.
Okay, she must have been approaching a different obstacle because she's already through the rig and she's running.
Now, tell me this about the Hannibal Pro Team there. Do they like their food with a nice Chianti?
I have no idea.
I'm making the Hannibal Lecter a reference. Never mind. Cordy joke. Make a Hannibal Lecter reference with a nice Chianti.
All right, it's all right. You're a dad. I guess it's okay. You get the dad jokes.
I get the dad joke. It wouldn't be a real stream if I didn't throw one in there. You know what I mean? Gotta try to entertain the people. Are you not entertained by my corny jokes? It gets worse if I break out the science jokes. That's you really don't want that. Actually, you might like that. You're a scientist.
All right, so we did see, I kind of missed what happened, but Rachel made it through the rig much quicker than Jessica.
Once again,
so now they've got a gap forming. And we've got Courtney Washington in 4th place here.
Once again, Jess Shepard and Kian O'Boyle, where was the speed earlier? Holy crap, she's flying at this point. She is really pulling.
Hey, sometimes you gotta save something for later.
Yeah, it's true.
That way you can, like right now, she's got a reason to be trying hard, right? She's trying to close that gap and catch Rachel.
Yeah, I mean she's putting
on
a
that
master
motivation.
Class, so she's flying.
Yep. Rachel's looking solid running out of there. You can see her in the background. Jess is going through this obstacle. And we just had Courtney Washington come through, our 4th place woman.
Good job. You can bring it in.
All right, see one of our other rabbits there. We're just going to close this up and make it to the finish. There you go. Yeah, the whole course. This has been a very runnable course. Look at all the terrain has been like cross country, just grass, very runnable. Hasn't looked terribly muddy at all. I have to get verification from our producer who was there rabbiting and doing all this. It was very muddy. Okay, I'm getting confirmation it was not very muddy at all. This is like a perfect, perfect terrain to run on.
This course
honestly.
and venue is never real muddy because they have such. You can see the grass there. Really, even if when it rains and gets wet, it's. I don't know. It has great drainage. It's pretty flat, so you don't get a lot of, deep muddy positions. So, if you're looking for a muddy race, highly recommend Savage Race Maryland. Is the muddiest course I have ever done. Every time, even if they haven't had rain in weeks, they send you back through this creek where you go up to your waist in mud, thick mud.
That's saying something. You've done a lot of Savage races for you. I've never heard you say it with that much emphatically.
Go. Come on. Good job. Go. Good job.
Rachel looking real good coming through the finish line.
Nice. So
Fifth
there we
place.
go. All right. Your top 5 women will be Kris Rugloski, Ally Tippets, Jamie Horionopoulos, Courtney Washington, and Rachel Waters. With Jess Shepard there, squeezing in there in the 6th place. Big props to her.
Congrats, Jess. Congrats.
Really putting on the Jets at the end there.
Good job, Johnny.
There was one year at this venue it flooded, and that made it not so runnable. Very muddy.
So really awesome to see. Something I noticed was that the times for the women were about 60 minutes. I think it's about a 6-mile course. So man, they're moving pretty fast there, hitting all those obstacles.
Yeah, I was checking out Strava. It looks like the course is 6.37 for a lot of people. Decent. Okay, we're going to go interview with Kris Rugloski here.
What? I saw a blue light. There. Let me try plugging it back in. What about this one?
Unplug it, plug it back in. That's how we fix everything.
That's right.
Here we go. Try this again. All right. Light now. I don't know about this. There we go.
We have a light.
Nice.
Do we need to start over?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Besides the bell ringing, I'm sure I can still hear you decently well. But so you got a really nice gap at the end, but about halfway in the middle, coming off of Colossus, getting to Sawtooth, y'all are all there together.
Well, and even up to that point, I mean, for sure on Wheel World, I didn't have much of a gap to begin with, and by the time we got off of there, I was not moving faster than for sure the girl right behind me. So she was right on me, and like I kept on telling myself, I would tell myself when I went through an obstacle, like, okay, actually, it was actually doing the carry is where we were pretty much right together. And I would kind of tell myself, anytime I would feel her catch me on the obstacles, I would tell myself, okay, well, I have the running. And when I was not running very good, I was like, all right, can't mess up on obstacles at all. But yeah, no, I was towards the end, I think just a little bit of, I don't know, the longer it goes, a couple of the obstacles kind of slow you down some, but it was close. I was running scared the whole time. Definitely.
Are you in town for High Rocks as well?
I was in Atlanta town for High Rocks yesterday.
Oh, well.
Just in town for Savage here.
So you raced yesterday?
Yes, I did, yeah.
How'd you do?
Great. Me and my partner won pro doubles women, so we're pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on getting
In
engaged.
traditional Kris style.
Thank you.
You gonna bring him to a Savage one day?
One of these days. I was actually wanting to get him out this year, but maybe next year because of trying to get him to a one before to then also run Florida. So hopefully next year, because he still has not done a Savage apart from Go Rut Games back in 22.
Oh, wow.
Where he's done some Savage obstacles, but
Cool.
yeah, time to get him on a Savage course. He'll be out here one of these days.
All right, well, what's next for you now that it's getting towards the end of the year?
High Rocks. I mostly just High Rocks through the winter. So a couple of High Rocks is coming up, and the holidays.
Anybody you want to shout out?
Savage Race. Savage Race always putting on a great race. We had a great time. It's always good to be back.
All right, thanks, Kris. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Kris is always volunteering too, and another shout out to always do
Ally
that when
Tippets,
you're at a race.
Second place today here at Savage Race. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
How you feeling?
Good. It was a nice flat race, but it was so fun to be among friends and out in Florida.
Yeah, y'all had a great fight. It was just back and forth all the way.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was just trying to stay on Kris's heels, and just Jamie and I went back and forth right at the end.
So Jamie was behind y'all for a good ways, and then she caught up on the obstacles. And then she really made a good charge, and then let's see, where was it? On that rig. She came into that rig first and then had dropped off. What are you feeling right there?
Well, I saw her drop, and so I said, just don't make any mistakes. Make sure you grab everything. And then I was able to kind of pull back and jump for the bell, and then I took off.
What have you been doing outside of the Savage race lately?
Mostly just running at home, running with my husband, playing with my kids. I did another Savage race in Texas last month, and then just some Spartan races. We'll probably try High Rocks next year.
Right on. I saw you in passing in Dallas. That's where I live.
Yeah.
But yeah, great job. You won that day too, didn't you?
Yeah, that was awesome.
So you said you're gonna try a High Rocks soon?
Possibly. Yeah, we're shooting for Vegas High Rocks. We live in St. George, so Vegas is a couple hours away.
Oh, right on. Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other obstacle course races coming up?
We will see. I did American Ninja Warrior about a month ago. That was really fun. And then we have some ninja comps, just local ones coming up soon.
What area are you in?
St. George, so around
right.
Vegas. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody want to shout out?
Just Savage Race, super awesome. I've never done it until this year, and it's really fun. Definitely the hardest obstacles, but very, very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thanks.
Way to go.
I have like no voice left.
You want to?
Tyler Veerman, I don't know what Johnny said to you, or if it's even audible on the phone, but how you doing?
Good, doing good.
Good to see you out here, man.
Yeah, I figured I'd come out after a crap race in Mammoth, so had to make up for it. So,
did that give you a little fire?
Yeah, it did. Even though this is like kind of a different venue, different race. I wanted to end on a good note for OCR wise, and this was kind of good prep for my next race coming up in a little while. So,
what's that one?
JFK 50, which it's a 50-mile ultra, pretty flat. And I mean, this is kind of different, but I just have been putting in a lot of flatland running, and this kind of helps stoke the motivation a little, So
yeah. So you did finish first today?
Yeah. Yep.
What was the? I mean, obviously I didn't see you guys because I was chasing the women. What was the battle? Did anything happen?
What was his name? Jordan. Jordan and I. Jordan was right on me for like quite a while, first few miles or so, and I heard he was pretty strong on the obstacles. He was pretty efficient, and we were neck and neck on quite a few. And for a while I didn't really know how it was going to turn out. I was feeling okay, kind of confident on some of the obstacles, but later on in like the sawtooth and all that, I started slowing down a little bit. I was matching on like every single rung, and I had a feeling Jordan was going to catch up to me a little bit and close the gap. No, I was able to kind of cautiously go through some of those that I was a little hesitant about, but I tried to open up on the running portions as much as I possibly could, and just not really look back, just keep focusing on do my own thing, and just open up and run as hard as I could, and just breathe in all this air, for coming from Colorado, training in at 6,000 feet, it feels great to be out here. I hardly race at sea level, so this is always a treat.
Is it the 50K at sea level too, or
the 50 mile? Yeah, it's it is pretty much sea level.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's some climbing, but it's like the first 16 miles are on the Appalachian Trail, and then after it's all just flat as a pancake the whole way.
Awesome.
But,
yeah, there was some good open spots towards the end there, so you felt like your speed was pretty good.
Yeah, I did. I felt like the speed and just overall endurance was good, and just the breathing. I feel it feels so different coming out here. Just kind of getting like deeper breaths. I've been practicing just a lot of flatland running, and I find myself out of breath definitely much quicker out there. Out here, I feel like I can last much longer, and just being on I don't have many trails that are completely flat. I'm always training on some somewhat pretty hilly stuff. I'll get like minimum 700-800 feet of climbing on like some rolly terrain. So coming to something like this where it's consistently flat, I just felt great. Even though my quads are hella sore right now, but it's just a good feeling.
Remind me where you raced Savage earlier this year.
Charlotte. Did Charlotte. That was my first one.
That one's got that one's definitely not as flat as here, right?
Yeah, no, that one had a little bit more ups and downs. We were kind of running through the trees a little bit more out there, kind of weaving around, going through a little bit more undulating terrain and through like roots and vines and stuff, a little bit more sloppier terrain. Yeah, this is like pretty straightforward, like cross country style grass running. Yeah, it reminded me of high school, you know, running on Detweiler Park was one of my favorite places. That's where I set my PR. And yeah, this kind of reminded me of that course a little bit.
Right on. That's awesome. Anybody you want to shout out?
I mean, not really, I guess.
Well, congrats, man. It's good
Thank
to see you, dude.
It's good to see you too.
Well done.
All right. There we have it. Savage Race Championships. The end of the year had some big payouts, had some exciting races on the women's side, a little bit of exciting things on the men's side, some gaps forming, and then you never know what's going to happen. So
yeah, I definitely think the best battle was on the women's side.
Oh, for sure. We had battles all over.
And I wish we would have had even more footage, I think, on the Rachel Waters and Jess Shepard going back and forth. Apparently, I believe she had mentioned Jess Shepard said she got to retry the 8-foot wall a couple times. So we'll see. I'm not sure how tall she is, but really cool to see that battle. Kris did what we thought she was going to do. Just an all-out great race, well put together. Really cool. They're paying out to the top 5 as well.
Definitely.
That's really cool.
Love to see
Usually
that.
we're used to just the top 3, the podium, right? But kind of cool as an incentive to, even though if you're out of podium contention, you keep pushing. Of course, generally in OCR, we want to do that anyways, right? We're all about that mental grit and pushing no matter what and setting that example to
Definitely.
never give up.
Yep, for a championship, I feel like gotta pay out that top 5 is kind of important to get more athletes out there, and so like to see that. Had me tempted to go out there. Jason had asked if I would commentate, and then I thought, I'll have to just debate if I want to race or commentate, and he said, well, you could do both since we're doing the live replay. Really had me debating. So I wish I could have been out there. Looks like it was a great course. Florida is always a great weather and great atmosphere. Even actually it was pretty cold for me. So maybe I'm glad I missed it. But
well, there's always next year.
Yep.
Everyone, hey, get your race tickets now. Get your race plan together. It doesn't matter what your fitness level is. If you're just now getting up off the couch, sign up for a Savage Race. Show up. It's so much fun. The community is warm and loving and welcoming. You'll see complete strangers helping each other over obstacles they can't normally do on their own. Of course, it's not in the pro wave, but that's in the open wave. And it's still just a fantastic community, a well put together race, and just an awesome way to spend your Saturday morning.
Yep, definitely. Get the kids out there doing the kids race.
Yeah.
They got a bubble slide at the end. It's my daughter's favorite part. She'll go through and do it a million times over and over again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk through those race results.
Yep. So we got Tyler Veerman in first place. What a great race and great couple of years he's had. Doing fantastic. Man, 6.37 miles in 42 minutes and 47 seconds. Incredible. He's just absolutely flying. And even though there's a close top 3 here, 44 minutes and 7 seconds, that is only a 40-second gap. That is not that much. These guys are all flying. Not to take anything away from these guys who didn't make the top podium because they're all moving really fast. Those top 3 guys, though, very close together. And we see a little more of a gap by about 3 minutes coming into 4th place with Kevin Thompson, who said in the interview he wasn't feeling that well. And then, of course, Joe Cotto at 48 minutes. We've seen him kind of mostly in more of the hybrid space in the DECA, but he does the other races as well. And then Preston Wooten. I wasn't sure which one he was. I don't think I know that gentleman in person, but hey, congratulations to him for 6th place. And then 7th place, we got David Breckstrom Wright. And then 8th place, Donald Williams. 9th place, Kayla Bergstrom. And 8th place was Ronald Williams. I mispronounced that. And then 9th place, Kayla Bergstrom and Cameron Drake in 10th. So legit times, anywhere from 42 to 55 minutes. And then we'll see how the women turned out.
So top of the list, no surprise there, Kris Rugloski with a time of 53:38. So I think she was in the top 10 overall, which is always awesome to see women breaking through the top 10. Next, just 1 minute behind, we had Ally Tippets. 3rd place, Jamie Horianopoulos. 4th place, Courtney Washington. 5th, Rachel Waters, only 8 minutes down. 6th place, Jessica Shepard. 7th, Riley Irwin. 8th, Jessica Wong. 9, Catalina Verdugo. And 10th, Jenny Kitchen. So huge, great job to all these women. 100% obstacle completion. Really cool to see. Yeah, Kris breaking through top 10 with ninth place overall. Great job, Kris.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We got anything else we want to talk about?
Just a reminder to join the Patreon. Again, that's how we pay for these things and how we're able to bring you this live coverage. So again, cup of coffee a month. I bought coffee a couple times last week. I felt pretty guilty for it. So yeah, definitely become a Patreon member, support the OCR report, get out there. If you're going to attend a race or you know that you've got a race by you, sign up, reach out to the OCR report and become a rabbit. Those are really important. Again, they can't do that without them. Sign up for volunteering at all your races, local races, Savage Race. Again, they can't do it without the volunteers. So all those things are super important. And a huge shout out to everybody that helped bring this coverage together. Thank you, Savage Race, for letting the OCR report produce this coverage for you. Thank you, Johnny Mares, for being Rabbit, our producer here, Jason Dupree, and he rabbited. So love to see all that. Any other volunteers that we know of or rabbits that we should shout out? All right, we'll bring that to you in just a moment if we've got any. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.